starring Becca Sheets, Skyla Newell, Carmie, Midnight, Kat, Deanna Keizjer, Hazel Campbell, and Matthew Wellen. Absurdity Ascents is written by Emerson Arriety and narrated by Bean.
In Manhattan, 5 years ago, Nada lies on her bed, lazily playing notes on her keyboard. The door bursts open and a young, blue-haired woman spins in.
They finally did it!
Nada rolls her head towards the woman. Let's call her Autumn. Autumn holds up an album for Nada to see.
Surrender the Sun? There are 10 songs on here, dude.
Nada blinks at her, the significance of a Nocturna album lost on her.
I told you she could do it, and just on time, too, with all this college nonsense you've been spouting.
Autumn, I've already been accepted into college.
Yes, but that was just a consignity.
Contingency.
Whatever, Mandy Suter proved that in the time that you can waste at college, you can make a full-length album and make serious dough.
So, Mandy Suter is Mandy Suter. And in case you haven't noticed, not us.
Okay, Mandy Suter is fabulous and I'll concede. But you promised if Noctura sold an album before you went to college, you would skip it and come touring with me.
We were 14. I said a lot of things when I was 14.
Autumn purses her lips.
Come on, Nada. You're the best writer in the world.
You're exaggerating. My writing's not that good. And I always thought, that deep down being rock stars was a bit unrealistic.
Autumn crosses her arms.
Sheesh, Nada. When did you get so old?
Sorry. It's just not that realistic to expect anything.
Autumn hops over to the bed and kneels beside it.
I'm begging you here. Don't let falling chances die. I swear to you, if you come with me, we will be the greatest duo that ever lived.
The rest of the summer. That's all I can promise. But then I think we'll have to say goodbye. We had a good run.
I see you made your choice. The next time you see me, Nada, I'll be so big you'll wonder what the heck it was you were thinking by turning your back on falling chances.
I really hope so too, dude. I really want to see you succeed, even if it is without me.
Thank you for that at least. Until I'm rich and famous, farewell, not a chance.
Back in the present, in Atlanta, Georgia, the Chance sisters are sitting down for their daily bowl of rainbow cereal. Halfway through breakfast, there's a knock on the front door. Nada opens it to see an unfamiliar woman with long, messy black hair and tan skin.
Nada?
Do I know you?
It's me, Autumn.
Autumn? I didn't recognize you without all the hair dye. It's good to see you. What are you doing here?
I'll give you one guess.
Autumn holds up a finger, which is unintentionally taunting, and Nada doesn't have to think long at all.
You're rich and famous?
The two take the conversation to the kitchen. Nada pours a fresh bowl of rainbow cereal for her old friend, and a refill for herself. Zoe looks up from her own bowl.
You're one of the last people I thought I would be seeing today.
So are you. What are you even doing here, Squirt?
She's just staying here for the summer.
Take it from me. School's a waste of your time.
Autumn gives Zoe a wink and a smirk before returning her attention to Nada.
What was it I said?
You said I would regret it.
Are you?
Mostly the opening the door part.
Oh, come on. Don't be like that. You said you wanted to see me succeed.
That was before, when I thought your life was going to go to hell.
Autumn pulls Nada into a hug.
You're just jealous.
Nada pushes her off.
Hey, I told you to come with me. It's not like you can just change the past.
I know I can't.
Well, this has been a wonderful reunion.
Shut up, Zoe.
Maybe I should leave.
Maybe you should.
Nada.
Why are you still talking? I told you to shut up just a few seconds ago.
You're being unfair.
Nada shrugs unapologetically.
Maybe I am.
And that's my cue to leave. I'm playing here at Atlanta, so if you're in a better mood by tonight, I'd love to have you there.
Autumn hands Zoe a flyer before leaving.
Could you have been ruder?
Easily.
Nada takes her bowl to the sink and Zoe follows behind her.
Just leave me alone.
You can't stay mad just because you blew your chance to be rich and famous.
Nada clenches her fists and whirls around.
I can do whatever I want, alright? Instead of touring the country and making millions, I'm stuck here with mountains of student debt. And a degree in jack shit.
Nada spikes her bowl into the kitchen sink. She pushes her blonde locks behind her ears.
It's never too late to change the past. I could probably figure out a way to do it.
I don't want you solving my problems with your goddamn powers. That isn't going to make anything better.
She grips the counter and digs her nails into the wood.
Listen, my life really isn't that exciting. The most exciting thing that can probably happen to someone is happening. But it's not really happening to me. It's kind of happening all around me. I didn't mean to get so angry, but what do I really do except for accompanying you guys everywhere?
Zoe doesn't say anything.
You just want me to stay back anyway, right?
Zoe looks away.
Yeah. But now I kind of feel bad.
As a human, I don't really have any business with all this Universal Council stuff. I'm going to try to catch Autumn before she gets too far.
Nada runs after Autumn and is able to catch her outside of the apartment building.
Autumn!
Autumn turns her head and pauses to let Nada jog up beside her.
I had my chance already, and I blew it. I said I'd be happy for you, and what sort of friend wouldn't be?
A pretty lousy one.
I'm sorry. Now let's move on and not get sappy.
A hug won't be too sappy, will it?
Autumn holds out her arms, and Nada hugs her. They then head back inside and walk upstairs together. Once inside, and sitting around the living room, they begin talking again. Naturally, the conversation finds its way to the old agreement they made when Nada was 14.
I kid you not. I would have gone to college if Noctura had not released that album.
I don't get why you guys like Noctura so much. Evanescence is so much better.
Shh.
Autumn shakes her head and puts a finger on Zoe's lips.
No, Zoe.
Zoe swats her finger away.
Amy Lee's the best singer ever.
Mandy Suter's the shit.
If you say so.
I do say so.
Hey, Nada, you still have your keyboard?
Nah, it's at my parents' house.
That's a shame. I wanted you to play with me at the concert tonight.
I don't know.
Come on, it'll be fun.
It's kind of short notice, so I'm sorry, I'll have to pass.
Autumn pouts for a moment. Then, she hums the opening to a song.
I try to see behind the angry colors of your cold indifference. Give me any sign. Come on, Nada, sing with me. Don't save me when I'm falling down. You're always the one waiting on the ground. I still dream and make believe you'll be there for me when I am bleeding.
It's so much fun singing with you.
I'm not that good at all.
But it was fun, right?
Autumn nods her head some, and so does Nada.
Yeah!
So, falling chances together again tonight. Say yes.
Yes!
Excellent. I'll slide you in. I'll get you a keyboard and everything.
Okay, wow, this is gonna be great. Thank you.
No problems. We can do Back the Way We Came. Remember how to play it?
I don't know, probably.
Several hours later, in a rented house in the suburbs, Bexs and Demo are painting the spare room a brilliant and colorful shade of white. Bexs hops off the ladder.
It's so colorful. All 255 of them.
It looks really good. All of this 255s just bursting off of the wall makes me happy.
I'm glad.
Having any luck with the home repairs?
Bexs responds by scrunching up her face.
Any luck with the ship repairs?
That, like this, is actually gonna take a shitload of money. There are so many parts we need, and it could be months before I get this thing off the ground. Years, even.
Whoa, really?
Unless we can raise a couple $1 million, then yeah. I know that sounds doable, but everything is so much cheaper in your time.
Bexs looks at her strangely, not really sure how to respond, so she changes the subject.
Hey, did you hear about Nada's friend, Autumn? She's in town and she's a big star. How good of friends do you think they are?
I'm not sure there are good enough friends in the universe.
Me either.
Hey, if they're not good friends, I'm sure I could steal her PIN number and, well, see results.
Demo.
What?
You shouldn't make a habit of stealing from people or hacking into things.
But it's so easy. The technology here sucks.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean it's okay.
You've convinced me. I will repent.
Just like that?
Just like that? You're painting my room and letting me stay here. You got me a bunch of furniture instead of fixing your house. Least I can do, right?
Elsewhere in Atlanta, preparations for Autumn's concert are underway. Nada and Zoe wander the backstage halls.
This is so cool. Backstage to my friend's my concert. Holy shit, I'm gonna be at a concert!
Nada stops Zoe in front of a door with a pentagram and the name Nada Chance on it.
Zoe, look! She got me my own dressing room!
Nada opens the door, and the two peer inside, almost nervous to go in. Nada pushes on and goes over to the desk and picks up the box of donuts that was left for her. She eats one and offers the box to her sister, who hesitantly takes one but doesn't eat it.
Hey, Nada.
Yeah?
You seemed set against coming here earlier. Then you changed your mind in 30 seconds. Why?
I sang with her. I have been away from Autumn for so long that I forgot how great it felt to make music.
Nada notices a note on her desk.
What's this?
As she reads the note, Zoe takes a small bite of her donut.
Autumn has a keyboard for me in her dressing room.
The sisters make their way down the hall to the door marked Autumn Alinis. Nada knocks.
Come in.
They enter. Autumn is sitting in front of her mirror, doing her makeup. A snake is wrapped around her shoulders. It perks up to look at the visitors.
Hey, Autumn! The room is great. It's a bit much, but it's great.
Glad you like it.
Nada leans against the makeup station, and Zoe stares at an owl sleeping in its cage.
Why do you have a pet owl?
Because I love Harry Potter.
Autumn holds her snake up to Zoe's face.
This is Nagini and that's Pigwidgeon.
Nagini hisses at Zoe, and she pulls away. Autumn puts it back around her neck. She picks up the keyboard off of the ground and places it on a stand. Nada plays a few notes on it.
It's like riding a bicycle. I feel like I've seen everybody in your crew before.
Those guys used to go to school with us. They were big fans of Falling Chances.
Autumn grins and then looks at Zoe.
Hey Zoe, your sister and I are going to practice some. Mind giving us a little space?
Not at all.
After Zoe leaves, Autumn resumes putting on makeup.
You have the sheet music for Back the Way We Came?
Autumn pulls it out of the drawer and hands it to Nada.
This is still the best song I've ever sung.
That can't be true. You have professional writers now.
Those guys aren't that good. You have real talent, Nada. You can write the sorts of music that reach #1 on the charts, and get stuck in everyone's heads.
Ha, you're just saying that.
Everyone in high school is humming Back the Way We Came for weeks.
Thinking back on it, she couldn't go anywhere in school without hearing someone humming their hit song.
I guess they did.
Have you written anything since college?
Nah, I don't really write anymore. Are you suggesting what I think you're suggesting?
I might be.
I don't know.
Just think about what happened the last time you rejected me. Didn't work out too well for you, did it?
Nope. Not really.
It'll be so much fun.
Okay, but just give me some time to think. One show is one thing, but a career is another.
What's there to think about? I'm already wildly successful. You could write songs about poop and people still listen to it.
Yeah.
Autumn puts her hands on Nada's shoulders.
Just wait until you perform tonight. Once you feel the energy and the love of the crowd, you won't be able to say no.
When night comes, there's not an empty seat in the building. Neon lights flash periodically from an electric crowd who have been hooked from Autumn's first song all the way through to her 17th.
We're going on no evidence. We're meant to be as common sense. You've got to be my providence. You're bound to be my covenant. It's evident you're heaven sent. You're bound to be my providence.
Autumn throws her hands into the air, and the crowd imitates her.
That was wonderful. I love you guys.
The crowd choruses back, We love you, Autumn! The superstar takes the microphone off the stand and walks closer to the front.
That was my last song, and I know you're all sad.
A rush of sadness washes over the crowd.
Don't be sad.
The crowd murmurs enthusiastically.
Because I have a real special treat for you. Back in high school, I was in a band called Falling Chances. It's been 5 long years since we performed together. You guys want Falling Chances to get back together, don't you?
The crowd cheers in agreement.
I do too, so put your hands together and give a nice big welcome to the other half of Falling Chances. Not a chance.
The crowd bursts into applause. Autumn claps as she pivots towards backstage, where Nada and Zoe are waiting. Nada takes a deep breath before walking out onto the stage with her hands in the air. When she reaches the center, she gives Autumn a hug. Autumn gestures to the microphone, and she takes it.
Hello, everybody! We're going to do a song called Back the Way We Came. It was kind of our big hit back in the day, so are you ready?
The crowd gives a, relative to before, unenthusiastic response. Autumn takes the microphone.
She said, are you ready?
The crowd roars, and they thump their feet against the ground.
Here we go.
Time is all the ways we came from the paths of love, just intertwined forever. This place, this moment in time and space, we stand together to forget both. Do you remember you and me, so far from where we ought to be? Guess we went left instead of right, and we got lost the entire night. So here's my hand, come on and take it. Hold on tight, I swear we'll make it. The more we go, the more things stay the same. So let's go back the way we came. Lives are taking every second, and our love so burns away. My reflection is still your face. I just hope that you can say the same. Do you remember you and me, so far from where we ought to be? Guess we went left instead of right, and got lost the entire night. So here's my hand, come on and take it. Hold on tight, I swear we'll make it. The more we go, the more things stay the same. So let's go back the way we came. Here's my hand, come on and take it. Hold on tight, I swear we'll make it. The more we go, the more things stay the same. So let's go back the way we came. Let's go back the way we came.
Autumn and the crowd throw their hands into the air.
Let's hear it for Nada.
The crowd claps wildly, rising to their feet in droves. Whistles rain down onto the stage, and Autumn and the crowd chant Nada's name. Her lips part into a broad beam. She stares into the sea of strangers who have made her the center of the universe. The deafening noise dies slowly to a low enough volume for Autumn to speak.
That's our show, everybody. The concession stand is by the exit. Don't forget to purchase memorabilia for yourself and for your loved ones. And as always, tell everyone you know.
Autumn joins her pointer and thumb together on each hand, forming circles. She brings them to the front of her eyes.
I will see you later.
The crowd begins to disperse. Autumn and Nada head backstage.
You feel the energy of the crowd?
The crowd loved us. You were right about the energy.
Right enough to change your mind?
This is a major decision, so I want to take my time. Yes!
Autumn grins. Then she takes a look at her watch.
Oh crap, it's getting late and I must bathe. I'll see you two later.
Autumn waves as she hurries up the hallway. The sisters head in the other direction.
That wasn't a weird thing to say at all.
Autumn's always been a weirdo.
You notice anything strange about her?
Nothing more than usual.
Like how she does everything the same time as the audience? Or how they do everything she says?
Zoe points towards the concession stands, where it seems as though everyone in attendance has lined up.
She's a superstar, Zoe. Of course they'll do everything she says.
Nada walks past and goes outside. Zoe lingers a bit before following her. Once outside, they spot Demo standing in the parking lot wearing her disguise.
Hey, Demo. Enjoy the show?
Demo doesn't answer her.
Demo!
Hmm? Oh, yeah. She has a good voice. Your song was fantastic.
Thanks.
Why aren't you buying concessions like everyone else?
I wanted to, really badly, but my robot half convinced me that I was being a moron. I tried to get Bexs to save her money for house repairs, but she was pretty hell-bent on buying the concessions.
Zoe looks sideways at Nada.
Damn it! Why is everything suspected of being supernatural these days? Autumn is perfectly normal, and she isn't controlling anyone.
She seems normal. Everyone does at first.
She is perfectly normal. I've known her since we were 10.
You've known me since I was born.
Yeah, well, unlike you, I actually trust Autumn.
Nada marches towards her car.
Nada!
Nada pauses in the doorway and looks down. She looks back at Zoe.
Maybe you ought to just go back home. Summer's almost over anyway.
Nada slams the door and drives away. Demo walks up behind Zoe and puts her hands on her shoulders.
Here's a friendly tip for the future. Before making wild accusations about people's friends, gather proof first.
I did have proof.
No, you had a hunch and biasly confirmed information. You need to do some investigating and find real proof about Autumn.
Bexs exits the building, humming back the way we came and carrying a bag. She rushes over to Demo and Zoe.
Demo, you should have come to the concession stand.
Bexs digs in the bag and pulls out a Falling Chances t-shirt, one identical to the one she is wearing, and hands it to Demo.
I had no idea your sister was so talented.
Bexs, why do you buy all this?
Bexs shrugs.
I just wanted to, I guess.
Even though you need to repair your house?
Bexs pulls her bag protectively against her chest.
What's with the third degree? It's my money and I can do whatever I want with it.
Zoe takes Demo's t-shirt.
Why would she make t-shirts for a concert with Nada when she just ran into her today?
Maybe she's optimistic.
Bexs snatches the shirt and hands it back to Demo.
Nada rejected her initially, and then she started singing, and Nada changed her mind.
What are you trying to say? That she's a siren?
That's why she wanted to take a bath before it got too late. She needs water.
This still sounds like confirmation bias to me.
Come on. Every single person in her audience went to buy concessions except for you. Because you're half robot, the mind control didn't work.
Let's go inside her dressing room. You know where that is, right?
Zoe nods and the three head back inside. Demo goes up to the concession stand desk.
I didn't get any concessions before I left.
You should have gotten some already. I'm sorry, but you have to go to the back of the line.
I see. Come on.
They travel by a record-shattering line, with most of the people there, humming, singing, or mouthing back the way we came. Once they reach the back, they walk right past and head backstage.
It should be a while before all of those people are out of here.
Zoe slowly opens up the door to Autumn's dressing room. She peers inside, and once she confirms the singer isn't there, the trio go inside.
What are we looking for?
Anything that suggests Autumn is not normal.
Zoe removes the sheet from Pigwigeon's cage, and the owl hoots.
Such as this?
What is this feathered creature?
It's an owl.
What's an owl?
Well, it's a type of bird that hunts during the night instead of the day. Hardly something a normal person would keep as a pet.
She also has a snake.
More normal of a selection, but personally, I find snake owners to be a bit weird.
Is there anything special about a snake and a bird?
Not that I can think of. Does she have a website or anything?
Bexs digs in her bag and pulls out a flyer.
Yes.
Her enthusiasm earns her a strange look from her housemate. Demo takes the flyer from her and looks at it.
Her pet owl is named Pigwidgeon, and her snake is named Nagini. She is known to be a massive fan of Harry Potter, and her unusual pets are one of her ways of showing this. Anything else?
I don't know.
Zoe digs through Autumn's drawers and scans the posters on her wall. It's discouragingly normal. But she remembers the shape of the star on the door. She opens the door all the way and points to it.
Is it just me? Or does that star look like a pentagram?
It kinda does now that you mention it.
When I look up owl, snake, and pentagram, I get results for the Illuminati. Looking at the article, I now realize that her "I'll see you later" sign is actually a sign that members of the Illuminati flash.
And the Illuminati are supposedly in control of the music industry.
What does she want with my sister?
She wants her song, I think. People seem to have a hard time getting back the way we came out of their heads. So, if it's not stuck in their heads...
She can't control them.
Her entire crew is from her high school.
We should get the others.
After contacting Lydia, Dallas, and London, the 6 women gather in the parking lot of the Charlemagne, an upscale hotel where Demo tracked Autumn to. London says to the group,
This world just gets more absurd every day. The Illuminati.
Dallas refutes her sister.
Or was it always absurd and you just didn't want to believe it?
It's definitely getting more absurd.
Being mind-controlled does make a lot more sense to me than buying this hideous t-shirt.
London opens her jacket to reveal the Fallen Chances t-shirt, one that Lydia and Dallas are also wearing. The 6 head inside, and London goes over to the desk.
I'd like a room for the night.
London takes her credit card out and hands it to the manager. She takes a deep breath.
Presidential suite.
Here's your room key. Enjoy your stay in our presidential suite.
Thank you, I will.
London rejoins the others by the elevator.
Way too expensive.
How much do you guys weigh?
What?
Demo pounds on the elevator door.
I weigh a metric ton. I doubt it has the capacity to carry all of us at once.
I doubt it has the capacity to carry one of you at once. Sorry, Demo, but you need to take the stairs. Unless you plan on going to the boiler room.
Demo lets out a low growl before heading for the stairs. Zoe calls the elevator, and Bexs looks towards Demo before running after her.
Why aren't you taking the elevator?
You aren't the only one who should have to walk up, how many flights of stairs?
20.
If I take the elevator now, will my gesture still mean anything?
Not really, no.
Bexs looks back at the others getting onto the elevator before following Demo up the stairs. It is the longest climb of Bex's entire life. She's leaning on Demo by the time they reach the top.
I'm going to die.
Bexs flops onto the floor and closes her eyes.
Tell my parents I love them.
The other 5 gather around her and look down at her.
You can stay in the room if you're really that knackered.
Bexs reaches a hand up to London.
I don't know what you want.
Key.
London hands Bexs the key. She lies on the floor a few moments longer before standing up.
Well, good luck with Autumn. If you need any help, call me.
Autumn's room is this way.
As Bexs goes to the suite, Demo leads everyone else up the hallway. When she gets to Autumn's room, she pulls back her hair, closes her human eye, and looks through the walls.
There is a bodyguard by the door, and I think another is sleeping. She's currently in the bathroom.
Demo backs away from the door.
If we go in there, we'll probably get shot at, and I really don't want to get shot again.
She'll let me in.
At this hour?
Yes. She doesn't know the rest of you, so she won't let you inside.
What are you even going to do once you get inside?
I'm going to apply to the Illuminati.
What makes you think they'll want you?
What's better than controlling society? Controlling reality.
The remote makes some noise inside Lydia's pocket, and Lydia takes him out so he can speak clearly.
You should be careful who you choose to share your identity with, especially since she's suspected of being a siren. She might try to control you.
She's trying to do something to my sister, and I won't let her.
The safety of time is not worth one life.
That's your opinion.
Zoe knocks on the door.
Who is it?
Zoe Chance.
One moment.
Zoe mouths to the others to leave. They give her various looks of disapproval, but they do leave. When Autumn comes to the door, she is in a robe and a towel is wrapped around her hair.
Zoe, come in. Is something wrong?
I'm okay. After hearing your concert today, I was just wondering, why do you pick her?
Huh?
Why do you want my sister for the Illuminati? Why don't you want me?
I'm not in the Illuminati.
Really? The snake? The owl? The pentagram?
Zoe mimics Autumn's symbol that she made on stage.
This?
What sort of secret society puts a bunch of symbols in plain sight?
I don't know. All I know is they do, and you're Illuminati.
If I was Illuminati, and I'm not saying I am, what on earth would we want with you, or your sister for that matter?
Why don't you tell me?
Your sister works in quality control, and you're a high school student.
I'm not just a high school student. You'd want me to join.
Okay, I'll humor you. I'm Illuminati. Why should we let you join?
Zoe takes a can of Pepsi out of her back pocket.
I can do things most people can't. I'm going to tell you exactly where you were on, let's say, December the 15th, 1997.
Your sister is my best friend.
Autumn points at Bodyguard number 2.
Him. Where was he on December the 15th, 1997?
From Autumn's point of view, it looks as though Zoe closes her eyes, opens them, and starts panting. She takes a sip of her Pepsi, and does it again.
Staten Island, New York. You were visiting family for the holidays. The address, 817, and you were in a red minivan. You have 2 little sisters and an older brother.
Autumn looks at Bodyguard number 2 for confirmation.
That is the size of my family. We used to drive a red minivan. My grandparents live in Staten Island.
How did you know that?
I'll tell you if you admit to being Illuminati.
I'm Illuminati. Now, how did you do that?
I have retrocognition. I can see the past, and I can travel the past.
You sound like you would be very useful to the Illuminati. I'll let the head know you're interested in joining.
Who's the head?
Nobody knows for sure. Very few people are allowed to meet him. He's simply known as the Eye.
Autumn takes a step towards the bathroom.
If that is all, I would like to finish my bath.
What do you want with my sister?
To write songs. She has a talent for songwriting that is unmatched.
That can't be the only reason you want her.
You're a smart girl, Zoe. Figure the rest out.
Autumn waves to Zoe.
Goodbye.
But
goodbye, Zoe.
Bodyguard number 2 gets close to Zoe, and she leaves. Autumn picks up the phone and dials a number.
Hello? This is Autumn speaking. Get me the Eye. Zoe Chance wants to join the Illuminati.
Hello, Autumn. Do you call with the good news or the bad news?
I bring good news. She wants to join.
You've done well. As for yourself, how are your abilities progressing?
I held the entire audience, except for one.
No, Autumn. Just because someone doesn't listen doesn't mean they resisted your song.
For the last time, I'm not going to kill myself just because someone resisted my song. It just gives me something to strive for.
Good. But you have been at this for years and you've only managed to control thousands of people.
I can get to 2.5 billion, especially with nada writing.
The door is closing, Autumn. I fear you are no longer good enough.
I am enough. We can do it, I swear. Please, just give us more time.
The Exodus waits for no one.
Autumn swallows nervously.
How much longer do we have?
You have as much time as I give you. Right now, you have none.
Please, I need more time. We need more chances.
Speaking of chances, pay the elder Chance $10 million.
What? Why in the world would I give Nada $10 million?
You wanted more chances? Give Nada $10 million and I will give you more time.
Okay.
Good. I must take my leave of you.
Autumn slowly hangs up the phone. Outside, in the hallway, Zoe is leaning against the wall on her cell phone.
Hey, Nada. It's me. Can we talk, please? It's sort of important, and I know you're home. Please pick up.
Zoe sits, waiting, before the phone finally picks up.
What do you want?
You know, you're just really important to me, and I can never forgive myself if I let something happen to you.
I'm a grown woman, Zoe. I can take care of myself. I don't need you watching my back for supernatural baddies.
You can't just see them coming, though. They're hard to spot.
Did you just call me to lecture me? Because if you did, I don't want to hear it.
I just don't understand why you're taking it like this.
From what I understand, is you want to be the only special person in the family. I may not be a special being, but at least I can be a special human.
It's not like that.
Then what is it like?
Nada,
Zoe shakes her head and takes a deep breath.
I want you to be happy. I talked to Autumn. She didn't say she was a siren, and I admit, I could be wrong about that.
Could be.
Probably am wrong about that. I am most likely wrong about her being a siren, but what she is a member of the Illuminati.
Member of the Illuminati?
She said so herself. She said I could join. She said the Eye would be interested in a time-traveling retrocog.
You told her you were a time-traveling retrocog?
Yeah.
Why would you do that? If she's as dangerous as you seem to think, why would you risk your life by telling her your identity like that?
To protect you.
Hey, Zoe, where are you?
I'm at her hotel, the Charlemagne or whatever. London rented a room here.
I'm gonna come get you.
I thought you wanted me to go back home.
Yeah, I do. Your home is right here with me until the end of August.
Thanks, Nada.
No problem. I overreacted and I'm sorry. I see now you really were just trying to look after me. But stop that, okay? I'm a grown-ass woman and I don't need you to save me.
All right.
Well, I'll be there shortly. Bye.
See you soon.
Zoe hangs up and slides down the wall until she's in a sitting position.
I hope you're right. I hope you don't need me to save you.
And with that, the 7th episode comes to an end. What do the Illuminati want with Nada and Zoe? Is it me, or does the I sound familiar? The next episode is Durval. Don't miss it. Don't Save Me is a song copyrighted by an American rock band, Noctura, and used under fair use. Back the Way We Came is written by Emerson Arriety and composed by Bean. Additional voices for this episode provided by Malaki Reed, Sienna, Jason, Skyla Newell, and Deanna Keizjer.